Hello everyone, good evening. It's Dr. Jen Kordonsky from Optimal Spine Chiropractic. As usual, tonight's class, breast cancer prevention. So first thing I'm going to do is ask you a question. What is the best way to prevent breast cancer? Now something just popped into your head, and if you're anything like the majority of people that I have asked and interviewed, the first thing that pops into our heads, because it's been drilled into our minds, is to get a mammogram. And I want to look at this very carefully. I want you to look at this very carefully. Can a mammogram prevent breast cancer? The answer is absolutely not. What a mammogram does is detect breast cancer, right? So if saying that a mammogram can prevent breast cancer is exactly like saying that an X-ray could prevent fractures. It does not. It just detects fractures. And something that we have to acknowledge is that a mammogram is radiation to the breast tissue. So we need to think carefully and review all the recommendations and all the research before we think that mammograms are our best breast cancer prevention and our only way of detection. I want you to think a little bit for yourself on this issue. Does it make sense to you? So what are we really concerned about? Of course we want to detect breast cancer early, right? The earlier it's detected, the better. Of course, that's logical. But what is more important, far more important than detecting it early, and really my goal, is to never, ever, ever detect breast cancer at all. Keep it out of your body, right? So that's prevention, not early detection. So we have to distinguish between those two things. There are things that raise your risk of developing breast cancer, and there are things that distinctly lower your risk of developing breast cancer. That's where we want to put our energy and our effort. That's where our public health officials should be putting energy into education, is what will actually lower my risk of ever being diagnosed early, late, or whenever with breast cancer. What are the things that are raising my risk? And shockingly, sadly, one of the things that will drastically raise your odds of having a breast cancer diagnosis in your lifetime is having been on hormonal birth control. And women in this country are not being told that, and we are not being given very many alternatives. And there are other alternatives. If you want more information about why it is that we're not being presented with this information and all of the research and evidence that really makes this make all kinds of sense, there's an amazing book called Busting Breast Cancer. 5 simple steps to keep breast cancer out of your body. It's called Busting Breast Cancer. The author is Susan Wadia Els, hyphenated. Susan Wadia Els. Highly recommend this book. It's eye-opening when you understand really what's going into the education and the information that you're presented. Once your eyes are opened and you can think for yourself, you can protect yourself. And then 5 simple steps, little easy lifestyle things that you can do that lower your risk. And that's the category I want to put myself into. It's what I want for all of you. So we have a video, a great, discussion from last year, 2020. I think it was recorded on October 12th, where I talk about a few things nutritionally and lifestyle-wise that you can start working on right away. So I want for you to complete this course requirement, to go on YouTube and to search in our videos for breast cancer prevention from October 2020. Watch that video while you're waiting for your copy of Busting Breast Cancer to arrive. If you're serious about never being diagnosed with breast cancer, especially if there are risk factors in your family, your strategy can't just be to get mammograms and to just catch it. The The strategy has to be, and really should be for all of us, since 1 in 8 women are being diagnosed with breast cancer these days, to take preventative, proactive steps. I mean, I didn't invent the saying, but an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But when it comes to breast cancer, do you even want to scare? No. I think an ounce of prevention is worth 20 pounds of cure. So Busting Breast Cancer, great read. You have to get it. And tune into the 20-minute video that we have for you. And have a fabulous evening. Bye.